Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Fiancé cheated and is now suicidal / making bad decisions. Advice: I, 29M, recently had my relationship ended by my fiancé, 22F, and now both of our lives are confusing chaos. To set the scene, my fiancé and I had been together for 2 years. We had been engaged for several months, and things were going great. She was excited about it, and was bragging to everyone we knew about how happy / lucky she is to be marrying me. We had plans for everything, and the vision of our future together was very clear, something we were both working towards very confidently. Since we had met each other and clicked almost immediately, both of our lives had been getting better and better. We loved each other's company, we went to all sorts of places together, the sex was frequent and amazing, we never had any real fights or conflicts that we weren't able to communicate and easily talk through. Our families loved us both and were extremely supportive of us being together. I supported her in everything she did, and we had a very full, rich life. Now, I had a problem that I needed to address. The truth of the matter is, I'm an alcoholic. I've struggled with problems with alcohol over many years. Almost no one knew, because I drank privately, but it was a major issue, and no matter what I did I simply couldn't stop or cut back. I had tried over and over and failed at every turn. My fiancé knew about it of course, and was extremely supportive of my attempts to get sober. She was non-judgmental and caring, and thankfully didn't like to drink herself. I desperately wanted to be sober for both myself and for her, so that we would have the best possible future together. I wanted to be the man that I always dreamed of being, and I wanted to be the man that I felt she truly deserved. We discussed things, and mutually decided that I should seek professional help to make this a reality. So I checked myself into a detox and rehab program. While there, communication was very limited. I could only contact her for 15 minutes at a time every couple days. The whole experience ended up taking 50 days, longer than I expected going in. She expressed to me early on in the calls that she was very lonely, missed me terribly, and was having a hard time doing everything without me. I reassured her constantly that I loved her and couldn't wait to be back with her and be able to more fully live life with her, and she felt the same. However, about halfway through my time there, she told me over a phone call that she had cheated with the guy who was supposed to be the best man at our wedding. This other guy is someone I considered to be a long-term best friend. He was a mutual friend of ours, and someone I trusted fully in everything. He is married, but his marriage has fallen on hard times. Apparently he went to hang out with my fiancé after a nasty fight with his wife. Something I wouldn't have even thought twice about, but this time they ended up sleeping together. When she told me about it she was in tears, apologizing and telling me I don't deserve it and it's the worst thing she's ever done to someone. My reaction at first was angry, of course. I was shocked, gutted, heartbroken and betrayed in a way I've never experienced from anyone else in my life before. How could these two people I loved and trusted be so selfish and hurt me like they did? I didn't call her any names or anything, but I did tell her we were over, and I needed time before I talked to her again. After thinking things through, I found myself able to empathize with both of them. She was lonely, hurting, struggling, and reaching out for connection with someone she trusted. He was hurt, heartbroken, feeling worthless due to his marital issues. I could see how naturally that could come to be. I decided I could probably forgive them and try to work on our relationship if she wanted. After telling her how I felt, she told me that we would not be working on anything. She apparently loves this other guy now, and she wants to be with him. They jumped immediately into a relationship, and that was about as much as I could get out of her. That hurt even worse than the cheating, and, even though it's pathetic, I asked her to reconsider, to not be so hasty to throw away everything we had built together. After returning home, I spoke to her in person again. She tells me that she still loves me too, and she wants me to be in her life. She's even okay with still sleeping with me. But she wants to continue seeing the other guy primarily. She now has an open relationship with him. My fiancé and I shared an apartment, and she had practically moved this guy in while I was gone, because he wasn't allowed to stay at his home anymore after his wife found out about who he was seeing. He was there all the time when not at work. My fiancé and I had shared a car, and while I was gone this other guy literally co-signed on a car for her, which is insane to me. I've been staying with my sister, but now have an apartment of my own lined up that I'll be moving into in a few days. Meanwhile, my ex-fiancée has been getting progressively more and more unstable. She's unhappy that I haven't been communicating with her and have been refusing to see her or hang out since I got back. She's been telling everyone that she's having serious suicidal thoughts, and is talking to doctors about them as well. Once I'm moved out, the other guy will fully move in and take over all the bills I had been covering. The other guy she cheated with is a co-worker of mine, and apparently has told my other co-workers that he's not sure if he actually loves her or not. He just wants to have a place to live because of this divorce he's now going through. I spoke a little to my ex out of worry for her condition, and she seems terribly upset about how everything is going, but even when told that the other guy doesn't value her the way she does him, or even close to the way I did, she refuses to do anything to change her course of action. They're both committed to what, from an outside perspective, is a shitty, selfish, doomed to fail situation. I can't understand how or why they're doing this, or why she wouldn't be willing to reconsider her actions and work on things with me if she still loved me like she said she did. I guess now I just wonder, is there anything I should do in this situation? I've already been taking steps to get myself in a position to move on from it, but I do still love her and I'm worried about her well-being. I think she's putting herself in a genuinely dangerous situation, but she won't listen to anyone that wants to help her, not friends, family, co-workers, or even me. Maybe it's not my place to try to help her, but I should leave things up to her and her new man, but it just doesn't feel right and it's hard for me to tell what she wants or needs right now. For the record, my sobriety is still good. I take it very seriously, and even though I lost basically my whole life through this, I won't let them take my sobriety I worked so hard to gain from me too. I've got a great support network and regularly attend AA, working on myself to become the better me that I wanted. It's not up to you to help her, you have enough in your own life to deal with. Cut these people out of your life, as they're only going to drag you down. Wipe your ass off all of these toxic people. They are cheaters and liars and you shouldn't waste any of your life with their dramas. Change jobs and cities if you have to in order to remove them from your life entirely. You have worked hard to deal with your alcoholism and your sobriety and wellness are your main focus now. Move forward with your head high and create a positive life for yourself. You're probably right. I am in the middle of changing jobs currently, and, based on what I'm reading in replies here, I'm likely going to go no contact with both of these people and let them sort out the disaster they got themselves into on their own. I need to prioritize myself and my health and future here. Thanks man. This seems odd reading this story. For you two to have such a great relationship and it suddenly stop for her, seems odd. Usually there's a sense that it transition over time. Did something happen between them prior to the sex while you were in AA? Was she close to him in the past as really good friends? Does she deal with major insecurities? I bet that she was the reason why the marriage of her lover began to crumble. She was close to him in the sense that we were both close, with him being a mutual friend of ours that we spent a good amount of time with. Beyond that, I don't know if there was something else going on before things happened between them while I was gone, and I probably won't ever know. I agree the entire thing is extremely weird, it's part of why I'm concerned about her behavior and mental health, things just don't add up in a way that I can make logical sense out of. We hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please help us grow, hit that like button. Have a good day or night. Wherever you are,